Hello, my name is Uli and I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner, and today I want to tell you about a very important morning practice called dry brushing. Dry brushing is actually a modern version of an old Ayurvedic practice called Udvartana, which is rubbing the body with a powder or with ground lentils or beans as a way of stimulating the lymphatic system. So dry brushing is a practice that can be done especially in the springtime. After winter, usually our lymphatic system stagnates. So in order to invigorate the lymphatic system and break up any stagnation, we can do dry brushing in the morning. As the name already says, this is done before the shower and before your oil massage. It's called dry brushing. So the skin needs to be dry in order for a little bit of friction to occur between your skin and the brush. So dry brushing should be done with a brush that's fairly soft in order to not cause too much injury to the skin. I mean, dry brushing exfoliates the skin quite well, but it needs to be a soft brush. Let's do it together now. So we start with the abdomen, and in dry brushing we always want to brush towards the lymph nodes that the lymph system in that particular area is draining into. So in your abdomen, think about dividing your abdomen into 4 parts. The lower quadrant, the right lower quadrant, you will brush towards your groin, because the lymph nodes there are draining and cleansing the lymph tissue from that quadrant. The same you will do on the left, which goes into the left groin. Just a few gentle strokes back and forth. The 2 upper quadrant drain into the lymph nodes under the arm. So there I'm actually going up. The same with this half. So above my breasts, I'm going towards the lymph node. From the midline, going towards that particular lymph node. I can go around the breast as well, on both areas. The same I do on the left side. So I first go under the breast, under the armpit, and then from the midline, towards that lymph node. You can also take the brush into the other hand. It's sometimes a little bit easier. And then brush towards that lymph node. That's the trunk. Then I'm moving to the arms. And the same thing, actually all the lymph tissue from the arm drains into this armpit. But I'm not starting at the hand, because I first want to make sure that up here the lymphatic system is not stagnating. So I first start in the shoulder. Over the joints I always go round and I drain into that lymph node. Then I start with the upper arm, brushing on all sides, front and back, towards that particular lymph node. Then the elbow. Then I take the lower arm, and then the wrist and the hand. And after I do the wrist and the hand, I work my way back towards the lower or the underarm pit. Then the elbow, the upper arm, and then the shoulder again. So that's the right side. I do the same on the left side. So again, I don't start right away with the hand. I actually start in the shoulder, around the shoulder joint. Then the upper arm. Always towards the lymph nodes. Also the elbow, all the way around. Then the lower arm. and then the wrist and the hand. And then after the wrist and the hand, I again work my way back to the underarm pit, through the elbow, the upper arm, and then lastly the shoulders. Yeah. So we've done our trunk and the upper body. Now we're moving towards the legs. The legs again drain into the lymph nodes that are in the pelvis, in the groin. But again, I'm not starting with my foot, because again, if my lymphatic system is clogged up here, nothing is going to work. So again, I have to start with the upper, with the thighs, and then I move towards the foot. So let me show you this way. I'm starting with brushing towards the groin. So make sure not only the front of your thigh, but the back of your thigh actually also drains into the groin in the front. So in the back, I have to kind of move the brush a little bit from the back to the front. Then I can do my knee. Make sure you do the back of the knee as well. Then you can do the lower shin, back and front. And then definitely, if you have some ankle swelling, you can take some time around the ankles and the feet. And then again, just like we did with the arms, I'm working my way back towards the groin. So again, I'm going through the calves and the shins, the knee. You can even stretch your foot a little bit, and then the upper thigh. Again, the front goes straight to the groin. The back, I have to move the brush around a bit to directly drain that into the groin as well. Same thing on the other leg. So here again, I start with the upper thigh. I start with the front part, and then I move the brush to my other hand, and I go around into the groin. Then you go towards the knee. You can stretch your foot a little bit, go behind the knee. There's a lot of lymphatic stagnation and swelling there usually. You can do your shins, the calves. Feels usually really good on your legs because we're standing most of the day. Ankles, top of your feet. You can then do the soles of your feet, around the toes. Again, ankles, shins. Again, a little stretch, back of the knee, front of the knee. And I'm coming back towards the groin. So again, the back of the thigh, I'm moving to the front towards the groin. So you see that actually we have in the body actually 4 main lymphatic draining areas. The groins, where the legs and the 2 lower parts of the abdomen go. And then we have the underarm pit lymph, where the arms and the upper body drains into. Like I said, do this with a soft brush in order to not, especially if you have sensitive skin, in order to not injure the skin. And do this before your shower and before your Abhyanga or oil routine.